Don't waste your pain. Don't waste your experiences. Don't allow the devil lie to you that your faith is not working. In the midst of the tears, rejoice, because he's giving you an opportunity. You are in the school of the Spirit, obtaining a good report. I prayed for this person and he died. Focus on the report beyond the promise. I trusted by now, October, I should have gotten the job. Focus on the patience that has been built. Focus on the purifying of your hearts that has happened. It is still called faith. I trusted that the ministry would have moved, say, to her permanent site. I trusted that God would have multiplied membership. More money would have come. More members would have given. But it seems to not have happened. Focus on the report. You have become a more spiritual you. The you that does not cry anyhow again. You used to waste your tears, but now you know the value of your tears. You only cry in his presence, not before the devil. That growth happened because faith built you. Is this a good place to pray? This is how God trained us. So the subject of shame and ego died in the journey. What do people say? That one, that burden, I was delivered from it years ago. You do things because you fear the Lord, because of a sense of conscience and posterity. Is someone learning? Yeah. So that way you can trust God for grace. If God says empty your account and bring it and drop it at the feet of the man of God, you will not be casting his voice because of lust. I cast that voice. It can't be God. God cannot be telling me this by October. You see, God doesn't work like that. He is love. You have so died that all you have belongs to him. As a man of God, after 10 years pastoring 5 members, you would teach them with that zeal and not vent your anger upon them because of the absence of growth. You are teaching them with passion, and they are wondering where you are getting this passion from. And you say, I learned it from Jesus. Whether he was speaking to one woman at the well, or he was speaking to the Pharisee, he was speaking on a crusade ground, his passion never changed. To him, he was doing ministry. His reputation was a list of his concern. The will of God was his primary purpose. So John 3:16 came out of a discussion with one man. The whole template of worship that has guided the church was not a discussion on a crusade ground. It was Jesus discussing with one woman. Many of the powerful scriptures in the Bible did not come from him talking with a crowd. He was talking with individuals. Faith. Bible faith. I hope this is a good way to start a conference that you have so desired and labored and opened up your heart for, so that every other addition that comes to this conference falls upon a heart that already understands God's intent. That any conference, every prophetic word you'll be receiving, every principle you'll be learning, whether in business, I've seen, you know, the plethora of seasoned visionary men of God who will be standing upon this altar all through the week. Have this at the back of your mind, that the assignment of a man of God is not to endorse the lust that is already there. So the Spirit of God is beginning with us and bringing that circumcision in our heart from tonight to help us understand that faith is not just as a tool to manipulate God using scripture so that our will and our desire be met by all means. That is not faith. The primary assignment of faith is to help you obtain a good report, a standing, building character, helping your understanding in the Spirit. And then from that standpoint, he now teaches you how to obtain promises with respect to making those promises a tool fulfilling his will. That way you can ask for the car, you can ask for the house, you can ask for the children, and it is not lost, because it is not just to satisfy your desire. It comes into your life as a tool to help you reveal Jesus. When you say, Lord, give me 1 billion, he looks at you and he's not constrained to give you, because he knows that everything that comes into your heart and your hand is falling upon a life that is ever committed to seeing him revealed. At that point, you will see signs and wonders indeed. You will see dimensions of grace. You will see levels of power. You will see favor, influence, prosperity beyond your imagination. Men will look at you and they will try to search, how is this result happening? And you will tell them this result is a product of an understanding that faith is not limited to obtaining things, but it is that you have a good report. Your confidence is not from what God does or not. Your confidence is from who you become, whether God does it or doesn't do it.